Good morning. During a year consumed by a global pandemic, racial tensions, and political discord, not to mention our own personal stressors, is it any wonder that at times we feel like a pallor of doom and gloom is hovering over our daily lives? How many parents and grandparents are concerned about how the disruption of our children's education will possibly stunt their learning and also prevent the full blooming of their individual potential and God-given gifts? During the 1990s, I published and edited a parenting newspaper in Savannah. And one of the things I enjoyed most about that job was when I would write my monthly editorial, letters to the editor. And one of these was entitled, "Doom and Gloom Will Not Stop a Bloom." The inspiration for that editorial was based upon a true story. One Christmas, one of our daughters received as a gift an amaryllis bulb. It was nestled into a soil-filled growing pot inside of a gift box. On the exterior of the box, there were very explicit instructions about how to care for the bulb so that it would grow into a magnificent coral bloom with verdant leaves and fulfill the final blooming that God had intended for it. As all plants, it did require watering and sunlight. But once my daughter took that amaryllis bulb to her room and put it away, I forgot about it until several months later. I went to her closet to do some cleaning, and I was astonished when I found in the musty, dirtiest, darkest corner of her closet a beautiful full bloom of an amaryllis, coral with verdant green leaves. I could not help but wonder how in the world, in spite of all odds, that bloom had developed into the gorgeous flowers God intended it to be. I've thought about that over the years many times. And when I think about how the doom and gloom of the dark closet could not stop the blooming of that amaryllis bulb, I think about how omnipresent God is with each of us during times we might consider periods of doom and gloom in our lives. In Proverbs 3:5, God instructs us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." What a promise of freedom this provides each of us. No longer do we need to be bound by paralyzing worry or the frustration of trying to figure out how to deal with the dilemma overwhelming us. God simply requests that we entrust Him to carry our burdens for us until we can work things out for ourselves through circumstances God orchestrates for us. Doom and gloom also has the power to destroy a bloom. Yet, as a septuagenarian looking retrospectively over the decades I have lived, I can now recognize blooms in my life which evolved from life experiences I once considered to be times of utter despair, even during the tumultuous year of 2020. It is my prayer that each of us will learn to look back for and recognize unexpected blooms which inevitably will have sprung forth in our lives, especially during trying times. Most of all, may we never forget that Christianity is a theology of hope, and that an abiding trust in God is the foundation for the fulfillment of hope rewarded. Psalms 9 through 10 provides more encouragement for trusting God with the following words of assurance. Those who know your name trust in you, for you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you. May this assurance be imprinted upon our hearts as we remember to thank God for the promises of assurance this Thanksgiving season and always.